So you want to do something like find the set of values for which 2 minus 4x over 3 is greater than 5 minus 3x all over 4. Give your answer in set notation. So I'll deal with the set notation at the end. But first of all, we just need to find the set of values of x for which 2 minus 4x over 3 is greater than 5 minus 3x over 4. Now the first thing we think is we'd like to get rid of these denominators, and we can do that if we multiply through by a number that both of those will go into, for instance 12, then we can have rid of them because the 3 and the 12 cancel to give 4 over 1, and this cancels to give 3 over 1, in other words 3. So then we can expand it out, so we've got 4 times 2 minus 4x is greater than, and we've got 5 minus 3x. And then if we do expand it out, we've got 4 times 2 is 8, and then 4 times minus 4x is minus 16x is greater than 3 minus 5 is 15, and then 3 times minus 3x is minus 9x. And we just keep applying the normal rules of algebra. So maybe I could take 8 from both sides. So if I do that, I end up with minus 16x is greater than, and then 15 minus 8 is 7 minus 9x. And then if I was to add 9x to both sides, I would end up with minus 7x is greater than 7. So I've added 9x there on both sides. Now then, we must remember here, because the normal thing to do in this situation would be to divide by minus 7. And if we do that, we're dividing through an inequality with a negative number. So we've got to remember that this inequality sign, as a result of doing that, is going to flip. It's going to go in the other direction. So we're going to cancel here. That's why we've done it. That's why we've divided by minus 7 to get x on its own there. But we've got to remember that the inequality sign will now flip because we've divided through by a negative number. And then we're looking at this. 7 divided by minus 7 is just going to be minus 1. So there we go. So we know what the set of values is going to be, but we've got to represent it in set notation. And that's when we get our curly brackets out. Our set notation is going to start with a curly bracket. And then we're going to say x. So we're going to define this variable x in this circumstance. X colon, and we can read that as such that. So x such that x is less than minus 1, our answer here. And then curly bracket on the other end, and that's the answer in set notation. So there we go.